They are being starved. They are thirsty, only given 1 cup of water per day, are denied bathroom privileges, are denied medical attention. People in ICE concentration camps are losing their lives. And don't even think about saying FAFO, fuck around and find out, to these people in ICE detention centers. It is a shame that members of the Black community started the trend, and so many other people followed. This is an updated voting poll. Brown people voted for Kamala Harris more. But you fall for the colonizers' divisive tactics, the inaccurate voting polls, the initial propaganda. It is immature and immoral to be centering that type of behavior in response to a community that is being mass deported, imprisoned in concentration camps, and tossed out of the country to who knows where without any rights or contact to any lawyer or family. When we should be focused on solidarity, and this has to stop immediately. Especially those of you who claim to be activists perpetuating this FAFO-BS nonsense.
Shouts out to Aaliyah, because this is where it was on her page when I first saw this lady, this Mexican lady. And then I went to her page and she doubled down and literally said that they helped us during the Civil War, which is a lie. And the Mexicans helped free the slaves. First of all, Mexico had slavery themselves that wasn't abolished until 1829 or 1830 or something, somewhere around there. And the president that abolished slavery in Mexico was Afro-Indigenous. I don't know why they keep leaving that part out. He looked more like a negro than he looked like. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And when we were down there, we was fighting beside them. We was helping to protect their borders. They conveniently leave that out. All this civil rights, nobody that was not fighting with us for civil rights is a lie and a scam, not as a collective. And they know a lot of them are anti-Black. It is so crazy that they keep blaming us. First of all, we've been saying fuck around and found out, just like we've been saying a whole bunch of other shit that they co-opt and steal and turn into something else. Fuck around and found out never really had no political meaning. That's just how Black people talk. Bitch, fuck around and find out. That's how we talk. Why do they keep blaming us and centering us when we are not the ones that's putting them in concentration camps? We do not yield, nor do we hold the power to deport them. They are focusing on the wrong people. Why y'all not mad at MAGA? Why y'all not sticking it to the white man? I mean, we just got to call it a spade a spade. It's so weird that the Mexican and the Latino community keeps coming for Black people. It's because we're not putting our bodies, we're not sacrificing our bodies and going and running out and standing on the front lines. Is that what it is? Why they got so much animosity toward us like we're the ones that's doing this to them? We're not inflicting any pain on you. And as per Aaliyah's video, because I never saw that initial video, she played a video of a bullhead clear guy coining fuck around and find out for political purposes. Once again, stealing our shit, renaming, reclassifying it, giving it a different meaning. We're not making fun of y'all like that. We really ain't. We don't give a... It's unfortunate, but stop blaming. You're pointing,
Being from Miami, I don't know how to feel about Cubans being in their find out era. Because they took over Miami, and it was to the point where you couldn't even find a job unless you spoke Spanish. And even if you spoke Spanish and you wasn't Cuban, you wasn't getting that job. And I give them a lot of credit because before their family or friends would leave Cuba, they would already have a job, a car, and a place to stay by the time they reached Miami. They really set up their people very, very well. They even had a wet foot, dry foot policy. Where they messed up at was thinking that they thought becoming a Republican was going to make them turn. And the whole time they're speaking Spanish. And a majority of them didn't even bother to learn English, but yet they thought they were. And my main question is, what is the difference between Fidel Castro and 45? Until then, azúcar.
This message is for Cubanos for Trump. Took away your parole program. Cubans, Nicaraguans, Venezuelans, and Haitians. He just took it away from you. We are officially in fuck around and find out season. Welcome to episode 1.
Did you know that Cuban deportees, especially the ones that are political dissidents and the ones seeking asylum in the U.S., face a significant risk of torture when they come back to Cuba? So when we ask ourselves, when will Latinos for Trump open their eyes, specifically the Cuban ones? The answer is they never will. And there's no better example than the Cuban for Trump than El Funky. He's a Cuban rapper that's currently facing deportation and possible imprisonment in Cuba since his music helped fuel anti-government protests in Cuba. Someone that's been really silent about this case is self-hating Marco Rubio, a Cuban himself. It's a perfect illustration of how much Marco Rubio has changed up during the Trump presidency. Even just a year ago, I'm sure Marco Rubio would have been the loudest person about this case. It's also a crazy example of how much Trump has changed up about Cuban immigration policies. For decades, the U.S. has rolled out the red carpet for Cubans, despite Trump refusing to help these Cubans who have overwhelmingly voted for him. They are still very much pro-Trump, including the rapper El Funky. Talk about fucking around and never finding out.
The Cuban MAGA supporters who once shouted the loudest for Trump are now having a serious wake-up call. For years, they waved those flags, wore the red hat, sang the whole song, and told everyone Trump was the man who will protect and freedom, right, and family values. They look down on other Latino groups, especially black folks, saying, we are not like them. We came here the right way. But now that their immigration status is being cancelled and deportation are back on the rise, suddenly it's quiet. Now they are realizing maybe, just maybe, they should have listened when black folks try to warn them. Let's be real. A lot of Cuban Americans in places like Miami jumped on the Trump train because they were sold the dream of patriotism, anti-socialism, and business opportunity. Trump knew exactly how to play that card. He used the word socialism like a magic trick.
Fam, listen, this story right here, it's wild. We have a group of Latino Trump supporters now crying in tears, saying black people are the reason ICE is deporting them. Yes, you heard me right. They are saying like that. So today, we are going to break this down, talk about the truth, the hypocrisy, and the lessons everybody needs to learn. Grab your drink because this one is messy. Let's get into it.
Oh my goodness. So first things first, let me start off by saying this. I spoke with all black people on the planet, well, specifically in the U.S., all right, with Council of Negroids, and I'm going to be bold and speak on their behalf and say, we have nothing to do with ICE, okay? We have nothing to do with this whole ICE situation that's going on. We have nothing to do with the deportations, and we don't care. Damn. And I don't mean that in any type of mean or, malicious manner. I'm just saying we don't care. My name's Bennett and I ain't in it. We have nothing to do with this. And I've noticed there are a lot of goofy clowns are trying to put black people in the fray of this. And no, we have nothing to do with it. Black Americans have nothing to do with what's going on in ICE. We have no dog in this fight. It just is what it is. All right. Y'all get deported. Y'all get deported. I don't know what to tell you, but we are not going to be protesting. We're not going to be looting. We're not going to be rioting. Whatever is happening right now, we have nothing to do with it. Now, what I do find hilarious is that we have the goofies who are trying to say that, oh, they're coming for you next. Oh, you got to be careful because they're coming for y'all next. You have to understand. Now, riddle me this, Batman. In order for you to say that they're coming for us next, that would imply that we haven't been attacked yet. That's what that would imply, okay? That we have gone this entire time without being attacked. And if that's what you believe, perhaps you should sit this one out, boo-boo. Perhaps you should sit your little self on the corner and, I don't know, do whatever you got to do. Sell your fruits, go to school, whatever it is, okay? But this conversation regarding black people, maybe you should definitely sit this one out because you are aggressively ignorant.
Wake up, nigga.
Of the history of this country and even presently today. We were the first ones. We were the guinea pigs for their hatred. I don't know if you happen to know this. So when you try to say that, oh, we're next, pimping, we've been here. we were number one in line when it comes to their hatred and, their vicious tactics and whatnot. Okay, their inhumanity towards people.
To this day.
We were the first ones. And so this whole next part, it didn't stop with us, bro. They just included y'all. That's the only difference. They still are going for us. That has never changed, and that will never change because of the wickedness of some of these people's hearts. It just is what it is. Okay, that's why I say it's a lineage of evil. So when y'all say, oh, they coming for us next, pimping. if they were, right? If they were down or triple down, quadruple down on their hatred, bro, we gonna handle it. Just like our ancestors handle it, just like we handle it, and just like we'll handle it in the future. It just is what it is. So don't try and fear-monger black Americans, talk about, oh, they're gonna deport you next, or they're gonna do this. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. How about that? Okay. In the meantime, between time, essay, I suggest you should be worrying about you. That's what I think. Okay. Nevertheless, having said that, I just wanted to clarify that. Having said that, no ill will, but there is this woman who started a campaign called Latinos for Trump.
Hi, I'm Liliana Garcia, and I founded Latinas for Trump on the premise of how important it was for me to convey to the rest of the world that there are a lot of Latinos and Latinas supporting Donald J. Trump.
I'm gonna be the one to say this and I'll take the backlash, but some people in our Latino community están pero rete pendejos. And I'm gonna give you an example. There's this video of this Latino dude in North Carolina. His name is Willie, out here crying on camera because ICE pulled up on him after he voted for Trump. I swear to God, Latino Trump voters gotta have a special mental condition going on, thinking that we're gonna get honorary whiteness just because they voted for Trump on election day. Like, bro, como te explico? Your accent is deeper than the Grand Canyon, and you really thought Trump was gonna look at you and say, oh, no, not him. He's one of the good ones. Yeah, they didn't. Instead of that, DHS rolls out Operation Charlotte's Web on November 15th, 2025. And I know what you're thinking. Charlotte's Web, isn't that the Piggy movie? Sounds friendly, right? Wrong. It's an immigration crackdown. They said they were going after the worst of the worst, the criminal illegal aliens. Same shit they always say. And Willie is shocked Pikachu face. He's like,
he said he got to catch the delinquentes? Criminals. Yeah. And right now, he don't follow to criminals. He go to specific to Latino people. Why Latino people? Because in the last Saturday, example, behind to me, I see the white people, the black people, and some people, Indian people, and Chinese people, and me. The DHS come specific to me.
yeah, no shit, Sherlock. We've been telling you this. This man is acting like the government did a surprise twist ending. Like, bro, this is not a plot twist. It was literally in the trailer. And he says he regrets voting for Trump 100%. He's like,
And Willie, you told me that you voted for President Trump in 2024. Do you regret that decision? ¿Te arrepientes esa decisión?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you regret that decision?
That's because it's nothing that's true. It's not true.
and honestly, I feel bad for him as a human, pero como comunidad latina, muchos están bien rete pendejos. Neta, they really thought Trump was gonna deport those other Latinos coming in. Literally, you're closing the door on the people coming after you, thinking you're the white man's favorite minority.
Latinos, you can scream MAGA all you want, vote red, only speak English, even call ICE yourself, but you will never be the exception. You will never be white, and it's not going to stop you from getting racially profiled. Who said that? Who said that?
Did you see this video where this couple, originally from Argentina, who voted for Trump, are upset that their son, who's a green card holder, is currently being detained by ICE?
Un incidente que terminó siendo un misdemeanor. Cumplió con todos los requisitos, al pie de la letra, entonces se terminó el caso, se cerró, se dismissed. Lo detuvieron en el aeropuerto de Ley, lo mandaron a un county jail en North Carolina por 3 días y luego lo movieron aquí a donde estamos ahora.
Él dijo que iba a ir por todos los delincuentes que entraron ilegal.
Y lo dijo muy claro.
Lo dijo bien claro.
Pero pasamos de tener una puerta abierta completamente a cerrarla con 10 rojos.
Es un engaño masivo lo que hizo. Es un mentiroso. Está mucha gente enojada, ¿no? Y no solo inmigrantes. Gente que vive aquí, que tiene generaciones y generaciones de estar en este país.
The family said that it's very possible that it could end with Agustin being deported.
So here's a little more background on their son, Augustine. He was convicted in 2020 of infliction of injury, and he was sentenced to 3 years probation. Now, that case was closed in 2023. Well, in February, Augustine was coming back from a trip abroad through Los Angeles International Airport, where he was stopped by DHS. There, they confiscated his green card and Argentine passport and told him to report to Border Patrol in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is where he lives. He did report to the office, apparently on his own. There's no word of whether or not there was a lawyer with him. He was detained, and within 2 days, he was transferred to Stewart. This is a Stewart detention center, which can roughly hold about 1,700 people. And according to Augustine, when he talked to his parents, it is overcrowded in there. People are sleeping on the floor, and they're not getting the basic necessities. Now, what is happening to their son and to everyone in this administration is terrible. But this is frustrating because Latinos for Trump really thought they were going to be safe from his mass deportations. Now that Trump has come after your family, now you realize that he was a liar. Trump has always been a liar. We knew he was going to go after immigrants, specifically Latinos, regardless if they're criminals or not. I do wish more Latinos will wake up to the fact that Trump is a liar, but unfortunately, it seems like with these Trump supporters, they do not believe anything until it personally affects them. So if this happens to come across your FYP page and you happen to be a Trump supporter, just know that something like this is in your future. You are not safe from him. He does not care about anybody but himself. And remember, to keep up with stories like these, sign up for my newsletter, check out my podcast or one of my other social media channels, link in bio.
Basically, these Latinos Trump voters are upset because ICE is cracking down and deporting people. Now they're online saying, Black people made this happen. Black folks voted for policies that hurt us. And I'm sitting here like, wait. Weren't you the ones screaming, "Bridge the wall"? Aren't you the ones who said immigration policies don't affect you because you are legal and you did things the right way? Wait. So how did this suddenly become Black people's fault? How did this become Black people's fault? You know what's ironic? A lot of these same folks cheered when Trump promised strict immigration checks. They supported the policies when the target was other groups. Yes, they did this. But now they didn't expect that those same policies could hit their own families. Fam, that's what we call a full cycle moment. You can't cheer for something, then cry when it lands at your own door. These folks know good and well Black people don't run ICE. Black people didn't create deportation laws. Black people don't control immigration court. So why blame Black folks? Because it's easy. Black people have always been the scapegoat for everything in this country. If gas prices go up, blame Black people. If rent is high, blame Black people. If they fail an exam, somehow it's Black people. It's because they refuse to blame the people they actually voted for. Yeah, this is the truth. And here is the truth. ICE is doing exactly what Trump said they would do. Nothing changed. This is not new. You all know this. Deportations increased under the people they supported. Black folks didn't do that. Black voters didn't write that policy. They didn't. This is the result of their own political choices. So online people are literally saying, oh my God, we thought Trump only wanted to deport the bad people. Oh wow, the bad people. We didn't know we would be affected. I didn't think this would happen to my community. And the Black Twitter is like, welcome. Welcome to the consequences. Fam, this is a life lesson. When you support harmful policies, you are not safe from the harm. Trust me. When you vote for hate, hate doesn't stay in one community. No, it doesn't. When you cheer for ICE, don't cry when ICE knocks on your own door. Don't cry, please. So it's sad, it's painful, but it's also reality. Yeah, this is the reality. And at the end of the day, I don't want to see any community suffering. Nobody deserves to be torn from their family. But blaming Black people, that's where I draw the line. Black folks are not responsible for your votes. Black folks are not responsible for ICE. Black folks are not responsible for your deportation fears. Take accountability. Learn from this moment. And next time, don't support policies that hurt people, because one day, just one day, you might be the one crying in the camera. Okay? Fam, let me know what you think about this. Just let me know in the comment section what you think about this story. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.